This chapter is very confusing. Some verses are wisdom, most forgets free will. Chapter could be used by the arrogant to confuse followers. NPR 2:26. Discuss not his form, for it is beyond your understanding. Push not among the crowd of his worshippers. Mouth not the words of his writings unthinkingly. Mumble not his praises. Stand not before his shrine in hypocritical humility. Carefully supervise his ministrations and maintain due decorum in his place. Remember him always. Sounds good, yet harsh. However, it is far worse than it appears. It says two things, two opposing things. This verse is open to wide interpretations. It demands blind faith and following. At the same time, it advises you not to stand before the shrine in hypocritical humility. How often are the most devout also the ones, through rigid thought, pretending to have humility? How many that only value knowledge or faith have boasted they do this for us all, when in fact all of us can tell it is they that gets the reward. They value the attention and demand exceptions for what they insist is best for us. It is not just the rigid faithful in religion. Look around today in 2018. It is the ones that embrace knowledge above all else, the ones that worship the scientist and demand we follow. We must not question. Isn't that what we escaped from? Isn't that the same words that Christianity used to demand or Islam seems to be demanding today? Yet, this is not a religion. It is just blind obedience that has deceived itself into creating the trappings of religion, while speaking deceitfully in the trappings of empty ritual. At the same time, I insist we must have faith in human thought and ignore what God gave us, the ability to follow a path He set out. This rigidity is not just one side. Your inability to recognize your own hypocrisy is far more fearful than the hypocrisy you point out in others. You have lost the ability to control your own human weakness for deception of yourself, to take what you want and violate anyone else's needs that gets in your way. This is a passage that can confuse because it can be pointed to as wisdom, yet much of it is wrong. Only the words hypocritical humility is of value. Many hearing that might assume they value the whole verse, and that would lead to the hypocritical humility it is warning against.